Testing. 1, 2, 3 units are missing at Fukushima. And oh my goodness, the last 2 hours have been a friggin' a nightmare. Trying to get the ingestion, frame rates. The start of last night when I got an update from Adobe. Now, if anybody knows me very well, you know I done a video a couple of years back about how Adobe was used by Stratus 4 and a couple of big PR firms. Oh, it looks like it's working. Well, go figure that one out. So streaming okay. Sorry. Yeah, streaming okay. Hang on. That's good news. That was torture. The last 2 hours. That was torture. I can't believe I'm actually here. And I was in a good mood before, so I'll just take it out on the nuclear PR firms night, I guess. I Red Button Studio, Sporty Diver, Real Night Rider, Phoenix, Steven. Looks good and clean. Thanks, Richie. Basic Data, Johnny, Kate. I'm just going to take a few minutes to say hi to everybody. I just went through 2 hours of hell. And I just need a few moments, right to the very last second. I can't believe the stream is actually working. So I'm just going to wind down for a couple of minutes. And, geez, I have in mind to take a break for a couple of minutes. That was like intense. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, where was I? Stratus 4 and a couple of other big companies out there that are basically like Blackwater PR firms. They were inserting viruses into people's computers and activist computers and stuff like that with Adobe updates. And I covered all that a couple of years ago and many times since. It works great. Yeah. I feel like I ran a marathon in the last 2 hours. Unbelievable, eh? Is that screen up straight? Yeah. Well then, might as well get busy. Start tearing their... Hi Snowlip. I know I pronounced that wrong. Wedge Mac, Sydney. I'm just going to say hi to people for a bit until my brain settles down. Saying hi to everybody will definitely get me back on track. Hi Stetson. I'm actually sick to my guts here now. Kathy, Julie, Sarah Lee. I'll come around in a moment. I can just feel my head starting to come back to me now. Newer Magic. I know you're there. Lizard, Steve. 100 Tooney. Thank you. Hi Stephen B. Sylvia. Yeah, I'm feeling better already. Go figure. I'll come back to life. I must look like white as a ghost here right now. That was unbelievable. That was intense trying to get this stream. I've only done this 90 times. Not like I don't know what I'm doing. Pauline, hi. John. Kate. Elizabeth. Red Button Studio, checks and balances. There you go, I'm catching up on a few people. Kat, hi Kat, Julie, Sarah, I got all Michael Hand. Let me see if I can find somebody I haven't said hi to. Phoenix, Custom, Sydney. Yeah, I'm starting to feel better already. Holy crap. Just passing through, Mickey. Hey buddy. Yeah, that's fantastic that I'm actually doing the stream. What happened last night? That was that update, Adobe update. But I screen captures my settings all the time. So, you know. And when you play around for 2 hours, because I have to do this every single time, not the 2 hours like the night's so bad, but I have to mess around with all the settings each time. I have to go in. I got to download them from YouTube, then I got to insert them through the profiles. Blah, it's crazy. But I got some pretty amazing stuff. You know, I come to the realization today. I don't know if that's actually true or not, but I had an epiphany today anyway. Again, that nuclear PR firms might not be who we think they are, and that, you know, this is a real issue in my books, that they keep lying and making stuff up and trying to marginalize and murdering people by doing that. It's on a hideous scale, though, where it attacks all life on the planet, in the oceans. And I can't find any compassion for these people anymore, because they won't give it up. They won't stop lying. They won't stop making it up. And they certainly won't stop equating bananas or walking down the road sunshine with isotope 235 uraniums and 234 and 238 uraniums. With the radiation from a banana, they equate those constantly in media, in advertisement. And so the people that allow it to happen, the nuclear PR or the nuclear regulatory agencies, the IAEA, they do these inspections in all these plants, and they claim that they're maintaining their licenses agreements, yet they put it in 45-gallon drums and bury it in holes on the site. And it's not like they don't know about it. It's not like everybody hasn't seen pictures of it. It's not like all the media hasn't talked about it. But yet the licensing agreement doesn't say they could do that. They're supposed to put it in a sarcophagus to the end of the time, so they shouldn't have built the plant until they learned how to build a sarcophagus till the end of the time. And so what they have to do in order to make up for that lacking is they have to create all these PR firms to try to bury what they're doing. Like they drop it off the side of a boat, out of sight, out of mind. But it's not out of our lives, and it should never been introduced into the atmosphere, the biosphere. You know how we say we're going to send rovers and everything to other planets, but what we do is we make sure we decontaminate them so no microorganisms can show up on another planet. And they go through an amazing amount of sterilization, and they all wear outfits when they're making these things in sterile rooms. And when they get there, if they ever get to that planet, they'll destroy it. See, and so that's the trick, where they lull you into thinking how much care and love they put into the rovers long before they get there. And you assume that they're going to treat the planet that way when they get there, right? But they're not. Oh, no, they're not, And these nuclear power plants on Earth, while the technology and the equations are amazing, we haven't been able to contain the massive, hideous amounts of the byproducts or the product itself, or what's left over. Because when you're making it, you got the uranium-238 left over, contaminated with neptunium, ameriniums, uraniums, of course, because of 238, but the different daughters and all these other harsh, very, very harsh chemicals, extraordinary, will burn the skin right off your bones, into the mix too. And they just dump that in open pits, and they release it into the ocean, they release it into your communities. They build them close to the ocean, and if something goes wrong, they will destroy that ocean, they will destroy those communities, they destroy it anyway, because there's always radioactive rain if you live in a community with a nuclear reactor. It's come out, of course, now that there's radioactive rain in those communities and everywhere else. And so it's this gradual and now accelerated introduction of it, where over the last couple of decades we've seen it used weaponized for 238. And McAllister's bomb manufacturer in the United States is taking the stuff that the regulatory agency says is supposed to be in a sarcophagus and putting it in bullets. And in Iraq, they fired 5.5 million bullets a month, and half of those came out of one of the 4 bomb manufacturing facilities that make depleted uranium rounds. But McAllister, in particular, sending 20 train car loads a day on the slow boat to Iraq and Afghanistan. The implications of it are extraordinary all on its own, because, like in Fallujah, 80% of the babies are completely deformed, and women don't want to have babies there no more. No eyes, no nose, no mouth, blobs of flesh. And the story is very touching, it's very frightening when you open your heart up and you try to understand what it takes just to raise one single child with that kind of disability, with those kind of birth defects. And they say, because you're shooting that stuff down, or each one of those bullets are a dirty bomb. And all of those little dirty bombs, those 2.25 million rounds of dirty bombs a month, they break up into fragments into their homes. But this stuff is supposed to be in sarcophagus till the end of time. And so the IAEA, the Nuclear Regulatory Agency, the the NRA, all of these pro-media, pro-global warming, well-known activists, well-known speakers, pundits, media representatives, they understand what they're saying, and that's why they're crafted the way they are. Like D-News, like last night, was a fine example of somebody so extraordinarily talented. Discovery Channel does that. They're completely PR. I mean, they have the A-10 Warthog up there on the Discovery